Namaste everyone. Stay in your pure silence. This silence is within. Source of mind and source of silence is same. When we as ego surrender to the source of mind, we become free from the mind. Mind can only surrender when it recognizes that there is a higher power residing in all of us. When truth is revealed, even for a fraction of a second, that experience of truth is enough for us to surrender our mind completely. Apart from knowing the truth, what could be the purpose of life? We all try to find different purposes in life. Someone in family had eye problem. We want to become an eye specialist. Someone died of cancer. We start charity to get rid of cancer, and so on. We find purpose from the circumstances in our life. Sometimes life brings us a job, a career, which we have not chosen. Some people die for a purpose. For them, it is a useful purpose. But for others, it might be completely useless. Is there any purpose in life which is truly a purpose and useful, which everyone can agree that this is the purpose of life? Can we all have unbiased opinion about the right purpose, aim of life, the real goal of life? Egos can have different purpose of life depending on their own circumstances they have gone through. From the absolute point, all these purposes which are important to us as ego are only play. None of them is real, or you can say all of them are useless. Mostly those purposes ends with end of this body. One purpose continues if you have ignited it, to end this dream, to be fully awakened, to be Buddha. Wherever we live in this body, it picks up in next body. But if you are awakened in this body, nothing is left to have another body. Successive bodies are to keep dreaming. They are for role playing. They are for an actor who believes he is the doer, he is the actor, who has not realized that I am uninvolved, pure witness, without a form, without a name. In reality, we are without name and form. But reflection of that has a name and form. It is as if you take a picture of your true self. You cannot see anything, but you can see the reflection, shadow of that nothing in a form. How something which is not perceptible by senses, its shadow is palpable, can be seen. How weird it is. If our focus is on reflection, we will never know truth. All the sense organs are to look outside. Inward looking can only happen with the inner eye of wisdom. To open this inner eye of wisdom, constant remembrance is the key. Constant. When we are preoccupied with awareness, with constant attention to awareness, then that formless, nameless start manifesting in us. Then it's palpable, you can feel it, you can experience it, and you know it. You don't need any confirmation from anyone else. Buddha didn't go to anyone. Same with Ramana, same with all people who have realized. Do you think realization will be so stupid that you have to confirm from another person? Or someone has to give you a stamp that you have realized? You know your conditioning in ego mind complex. When you are out of the shell, when this conditioning is broken, you will know it. When we are awakened Buddha, we become indifferent to all forms, including this form, through which we speak, we walk, we act. Indifferent means we are not attached and we have no aversion. It stays, it goes, all is good. No friends, no enemies. I would add all lovers. You love everything. Because everything is you. You are everything. When the dream we saw at night finishes, how would you feel about all the actors in your dream? They had different form, name, voice, intentions, and they also had their own mind in dream, though everything is coming from your mind. Your mind has become so many minds, and they are playing role even of your enemy, coming from your own mind. What would you say when you realize it is a dream? You will not be attached or hate or anything. You know was a dream. It was not real. All those minds were my own creation. This is the mysterious power of mind. Exactly same happens when we wake up from this waking dream. You know, you put an intention for a person and he or she acts accordingly. It happens in everyone's life. And sometimes you wonder, How come I was thinking like this and this person has acted like that? It's all one. All is one. All coming from the same source. Everything is connected. Nothing has separate existence. In science, we call people, things as living, non-living, belonging to animal kingdom, plant kingdom. We further divide bacteria, viruses, prions. Sometimes we debate what has life, what does not have life. But in Vedanta, everything is living because everything has consciousness. Everything is part of consciousness. In some things, consciousness is manifesting more than others. If you talk from the awakening point, everyone is dead, dreaming. Only Buddha is awakened. The one living in ego is actually dreaming only. Only realized being is awakened, real living. We say others as ignorant, low IQ, dumb, whatever. Who is not dumb? Who is not ignorant? We all know the answer. I am the ignorant. Ignorant because I'm getting affected by everything in this waking dream. Not realizing that I'm uninvolved. I am witness. I have no name, no form. And why to fear of death when I am unborn? This is what we all need to realize. Every being needs to realize. If they want to live in harmony, if they want to be fearless, and if they really want to know the aim of life. In my understanding, everyone's ultimate aim of life is to wake up from this waking dream and know the truth. And truth is not outside. We are that truth. We are ignorant and then we are truth. Others can only point, teacher can point, scriptures can point towards truth. But you have to walk the path. You have to be there. No one else can do it for you. Some people think that a teacher, if puts a hand on your head, you will get all the knowledge. This is the biggest myth. Even for a second you know truth. Because of your vasanas, because of your attachments, aversions, you will be again lost. And even that glimpse coming from the blessing of a teacher can only happen when you are 100% ready. Credit goes to you because source is always there within you and outside in awakened being. But to get that connection proper, the teacher needs to be genuine, who has realized truth, not just speaking from books or a good orator. That type of a person who only speaks is as good as any book. He's like an audiobook. But if there is a realized being and you are the one, who is a mature seeker, then you will be established in reality in no time. You don't even have to meet. You just need to be open to the teaching and it will happen. Your openness, your humbleness, your reverence to the teaching, your longing for it, and your purity, all that counts for your awakening. Not everyone who came to Ramana attained self-realization. And people who have not even seen Ramana, even during his time, attained realization. We can sometimes feel that we were not in his times when he was in a body. Otherwise, we would have attained realization immediately. That's not true. There were people living with him who couldn't attain. There were people who hardly met him. If you see now also, there are so many people just understanding his teaching, practicing it, are free from the ego. Real Guru is in all of us, our pure self. Along with self-inquiry, one other ingredient which I believe is very important is your faith in it. love for it. That intense love is called as bhakti, devotion. That is why in India it is almost always the case that the relationship between the teacher and the student is not like that. It is a relationship of devotion, so it's known as devotee. Or guru and chela, it means the same. Teacher and a student, there is no love in it. That relationship is dry. You can understand at intellectual level, but to go beyond, you have to have an open heart. That happens with love only. Without love, there cannot be any surrender. Softening of the ego occurs when we surrender, when we have devotion, bhakti, love. Add some devotion with self-inquiry. When you stay as a pure witness, in witness mode, Sakshi Bhav, also have some devotion for that, which is witnessing. Otherwise, witnessing will be mixed with ego. Allow the ego to surrender to the self, to the one which is witnessing, and only witnessing is happening. Then you will attain ocean of bliss. From the word of suffering to the ocean of bliss is like flipping the coin. When we realize that all what is happening is just an illusory appearance from our own mind, when we truly realize that, there is end of suffering. And understand it's not just end of suffering which gives rise to bliss, but our real nature is bliss. So two things happens at the same time. End of illusion, so end of so-called suffering of mind. But with end of mind, we realize that I am that infinite ocean of bliss and peace. That is my real nature. All suffering is at mind level. You surrender your mind, surrender your ego, to the Supreme in your heart. The Supreme manifest and Supreme is Sat Chit Anand. It is Ananda. Its name is bliss. No money in this world can get you here. No mind power of any type can get you here. No worldly endeavors can bring you to this place. When you give up all actions, when you give up the instrument which leads to all actions and doership, then you realize I am always that. People in this world are busy to sort out small issues of life, making them big by keep thinking about it, keep brooding on those issues, not realizing it's all dream. There is only one perfect solution to all problems of our life: to know truth. Other solutions are only temporary treatment, not a cure. When you are 100% ready to throw away this mind out of the system, when you are ready, then this freedom comes. These satsangs are only to convince that the problem lies within us, and the problem is nothing other than our own mind. And the only way to fix this problem is to get rid of mind. I know a lot of people will not agree, but I have to say there is no other way. Some belief systems say that from a disturbed mind it becomes a pure mind, or from mind it becomes no mind, or from active mind it becomes a passive mind. I think they have some attachment to the word mind. They don't want to get rid of it. But what you realize after surrendering this mind is much more profound, which mind has never given you. In my experience, in my understanding, I cannot call it mind. Mind is nothing but bundle of thoughts, intentions, desires, attachment, aversions, all comes in form of thoughts. That is what mind is. And depending on intensity of those thoughts, the word manifests for us. In waking and also in dream. But without mind, it is pure silence, pure bliss. And this bliss, happiness is without any cause. Not because I have gained this or that, or thing which I didn't like has been removed, so I'm happy. It's not that. It is independent from all external factors. It is not a result of mind. Rather, mind was covering this bliss. Mind removed, bliss is shining in its full glory. Tend to the awareness all the time. We are pure awareness. No doer, no enjoyer, no person. Nobody forces us to think. Nobody forces us to act on our thinking. Nobody is asking us to make an intention about things, judge, analyze, criticize, like or dislike. Rather, I would say, if you are equanimous for everything in this world, people will love you. I know some people are very opinionated. When you agree with them, you become their friends. But if you don't agree not in a negative way. I'm not saying disagreeing, but you keep quiet. You become their guru. They will love you. They will not say, but they will admire you. Do you think when you gossip with a friend about someone or something, they like you? Or do you like someone who gossips about others? After that gossip, we don't even like ourselves. We think how low I went. There was no need. The person we were gossiping is not that mean. We exaggerated in our thoughts. And maybe that person is good. It is just our own thinking. Same thing applies to everything in this world, including different cultures, society, religion, countries, employees, employer, neighbors, friends, relatives. Slowly this word disappears for us. When mind becomes no mind. Like our mind is not stable, this word is not stable. It keeps changing. People are born, they die. New structures come, old disappear. So many people have come in our life. Where are they? Not all of them are dead, but they come for a purpose, for something, and then they move. I have a friend who is nostalgic about his old relationships and friends. So once in a month he calls people whom he has not spoken for years, tries to find their number and all, and revive old stories. This is all our mind. They have moved, but you're just pulling them back. You want to hold on to those stories. You stop making external connections. Hardly anyone will call you. You make internal connection. You will be connected with everything. No one is a stranger. Connect to the source. So many people in this world feel lonely. Some statistics say that elderly people feel too lonely nowadays because they have no energy to connect. And their contemporaries, some of them have already died. And the young ones are busy in their own life. They are paying mortgage, building things, working. This loneliness, how this loneliness has come when I am everything, when I am complete, when I only exist. Loneliness is because we always looking outwardly, making connections outwardly, depending on external support. If ever we would have tried to look within and connect with the source, in spite of living alone, we will be blessed. We will be complete, born, whole. Not even a thought of loneliness. Be in self-abidance. Self is love, self is bliss. It's not loneliness. Loneliness, what our society complains. Seekers look for it. They go into caves, forests, monasteries. They call it solitude. We can be in solitude in the midst of crowd, abiding in self. Abiding in self, we are there but not there. But we are fully present, to life, not in our thoughts and running around. Don't miss this life without knowing the self. If you have not found, please find. It's in you, it's in everyone. Spend time with your own self. Don't dislike yourself. Don't say you are suffering from boredom, loneliness. Go deeper and deeper and deeper and meet your beloved in your heart and become one there. Be one with that. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.